let's go, Garry. You know it. He has the tools. He's been doing great work in SBG. He's put in some solid rounds. I've been hearing about the rounds and seeing the rounds and what way the structure was. He's long. He's definitely going to stay safe. He's definitely going to be in there. He's definitely going to be in there all the way. Makhachev has pockets where there's a lot of stalling. He still has things to prove in that welterweight division. He does look like he's at the ground up into it a bit more. It's a cracking contest. Of course I'm going with Ian Garry. And I really believe he can do it. For sure he can do it. How do I see it? Right high kick across the crown of the head. And a victory for the Irish Brazilian. Let's go, Ian. Rooting for you, bro.
All right, so I do believe Islam Makhachev is going to be show up 100% prepared. I think Islam Makhachev submits him. I think in the third round. Ian Machado Garry gets it done.
Takedowns, and that's where he can win rounds or even get the finish. I think Islam's going to get the win. He can definitely get the submission to finish. I think he can get it to the ground. I can see Ian Garry having success in some of his stand-up, some of the wall work stuff. I think he will mix it up, try and stay very long and be very patient. I think he's going to have to play a boring style to be very effective and try and do it for 25 minutes, which is going to be hard. I'm going to have to go with Islam. I think he eventually gets it down. He'll win rounds because of that, and not only that, he can get the finish.
MMA pros are finally sharing their final minute picks for the weekend fight between Islam Makhachev and Ian Garry. Paddy Pimblett is backing Islam Makhachev to beat Ian Garry, pointing to Islam's incredible win streak and his dominant welterweight debut. However, Paddy believes Gary's awkward style, long range, and improved point scoring could make things difficult for Islam, especially if Ian stays on the outside and avoids getting dragged into close exchanges.
I just don't think you can pick against Islam. You know, he's on like a 15-fight win streak or something mad like that. He looked amazing in his welterweight debut. For me, he's pound for pound best in the world. I see Ian Garry giving him problems. My coach has said for years he sees Ian Garry being a future UFC world champion. He's got a proper awkward style. He could end up winning this fight by decision by just staying long and rangy, kicking, punching on the outside and just point scoring. In his younger career, Garry used to get loads of TKOs, finish people, where now he's become more of a point fighter, and Islam's a completely different wrestler to Bilal. He's a lot better. I'm going to have to pick Islam by decision.
Israel Adesanya has a more balanced view, believing Ian Garry has enough talent to seriously challenge Islam. However, Adesanya also recognizes the enormous difficulty of beating a fighter who has been so dominant for so long. After seeing Islam's recent form, he believes the champion is operating at an extremely high level, meaning Garry may need a near-perfect performance to pull off the upset.
Islam fight once a year. Fight Ian Garry, that's going to be a sick fight. Sick fight.
I've seen with Ian Garry, he's a guy that can get it done. Islam is one of the greatest to ever do it in this game. He's dominant in his field, and now he's at welterweight. Against JDM, I thought JDM scrambling would give him problems, but nah, he didn't. Another one of those ones that's like destiny. A guy like Ian Machado, who's come up, had this dream. He's been saying, I'm the future, and now the future is here. So will he get it done?
Robert Whittaker gives Islam Makhachev the advantage going into this matchup, but he believes Ian Garry has the skill set to make things difficult. Whittaker points to Gary's clean striking, movement, and jiu-jitsu as weapons that could trouble Islam. In his view, an upset is definitely possible if Garry sticks to the right strategy and performs at his best.
Yeah, well, I think Islam would have to be a strong favourite, but I think Ian's going to give him some problems because Ian's a tall guy. He's got great jiu-jitsu. He's got great striking. Yeah, I think Ian Garry's going to give Islam a lot of problems.
Okay, but is that enough problems to defeat him, or do you think Islam still takes him?
Yeah, I think Ian Garry can win. I think he can walk away with it, to be honest.
Dustin Poirier, Jorge Masvidal, Ben Thomas, and Chris Weidman are also siding with Islam. They expect Garry to have moments where he escapes the first few takedowns and gets back into striking range, but they believe that will become harder as the fight continues. With Islam constantly looking for takedowns and maintaining pressure on the ground, they see his wrestling eventually taking control and leading to either a late stoppage or a convincing decision win.
Because I think Ian's going to get up a couple times, and he'll take him down again.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of different, like if he finishes him, he won't need more. But in order for him to get more than 6, Ian has to get up.
Yeah.
And I think that's really hard for him to get up. I mean,
early though, I think he's going to be able to get up. Like especially when he's a little still thinking with a lot of
get up against the wall, fight the hands, make a good base. I think he get away in the beginning part.
So you're saying 3, you're saying over 6.
I think over 6.
And Jorge, how many you got for him?
He'll get one around.
But you guys all have Islam winning, or you have Garry winning?
I have Islam.
Do you guys have by finish, or do you guys have by decision?
I feel like every time that all 4 of us pick one guy, I should just go the opposite way, just to have our, just to cover us.
Decision.
No, but I think I got Makhachev. I got Makhachev, man.
Yeah, I have to say the same. As much
I just feel like it's a competitive fight at first, but Makhachev is gonna dig deeper and break him.
I'm gonna say sub.
Colby Covington sees the matchup as heavily tilted toward Islam Makhachev. He expects Islam to use his wrestling, strength, and control to dictate the pace and location of the fight. Covington doesn't believe Garry will be able to maintain enough resistance throughout 5 rounds and expects Islam to eventually take over and secure the victory.
I favor Makhachev for sure. I think he's just going to take him down and dictate his pace and put the fight where he wants to fight. He's too strong for that little twig, that little cuck that sits in the corner and watches his wife get dogged out by the nutritionist. So, I got Islam. Islam ain't doing that cuck shit.
Moreover, Carlos Prates is going against the majority and believes Ian Garry can shock Islam Makhachev at UFC 330. Prates expects Garry's movement, striking, and ability to fight from range to be enough to take him through 5 rounds, with a decision victory being his prediction.
UFC 330, Ian Garry gonna beat Makhachev by decision. I don't know if unanimous decision, split decision, but it's gonna be decision.
Jan Blachowicz has much more faith in Islam, saying he currently doesn't see anyone who can figure out how to beat the champion. Yalen Turner, however, is backing Garry after spending time training with him before the Carlos Prates fight. Turner was impressed by Ian's abilities and expects him to surprise fans with how good he really is. He even believes Garry can defeat Islam, showing how split the predictions are.
Islam. I don't see anybody who can stop him right now in this division.
I think it's a really good fight, and I think Ian is going to surprise a lot of people with how talented he is and how skillful he is. Actually, I trained with him for the Carlos Prates fight, so I'm excited to go see him perform as well. And I think he gets it done, so we'll see.
Sean Brady believes Garry's height and reach could give Islam something to deal with in the opening stages. However, Brady doesn't think those advantages will be enough to keep Islam away for 5 rounds. He feels Garry lacks the physical strength to consistently stop Islam from getting inside, allowing Makhachev to find his takedowns and impose his grappling.
Yeah, I don't know, because Garry is tall, he's long, but he's not like a Morales where he's like big and strong as well. Like, Ian's not putting guys out with one shot. He doesn't really have that capability. So I don't think it's going to be too hard for Islam to get him down. Like, yeah, Ian's definitely long, but Ian's tall, but his reach is only 74 inches. So it's not like he has a
crazy reach. Yeah.
Where it'd be a lot harder to get past his arms. I just think it's one-way traffic for Islam. I think he's going to get him down, and I think he will sub him. And I've seen stuff. Ian's not the heaviest 170 pounder either. Like, I think he fought in California where they release your weights for the fight night. I've seen one where I think he only gained like 11 pounds. Like, he was like 181 in the back. Like, I was like 198 like my last fight in the back. Like, some of us 70, like, we get big, and he's just not. And I'm not saying that means a whole lot, but it definitely means something, So yeah, he is tall, he is quote unquote long, but yeah, I don't think Islam's going to have too hard of a time.
In my opinion, the biggest battle here will be between Ian Garry's range and Islam Makhachev's wrestling. Garry has the height, reach, movement, and striking to keep Islam at a distance and make him work to get inside. If Ian can stay mobile, land shots from the outside, and avoid getting trapped against the cage, he has a real chance of making this a difficult fight for Islam. But Islam's biggest advantage is his ability to repeatedly close the distance, secure takedowns, and control his opponent once the fight hits the ground. I expect Garry to have some success early, but the longer the fight goes, the more Islam's pressure could start to make a difference. For me, if Ian can maintain his pace and defend the takedowns, the fight becomes very competitive. But if Islam gets comfortable with his grappling, he could take control and cruise toward a decision or late finish. That's it for today. Let us know your prediction in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more MMA updates, and I'll see you in the next one.